Welcome to What's Best Forum's Masters and Makers interview series. Today we are meeting Ralf Wölfel, co-founder along with his wife of Ars Machinae, a new turntable company. Ralf, thank you for joining me.
Hi, Ron. It's my pleasure.
So what's the brief background here? Why start a new turntable company?
Me and my wife, we wish to have a turntable in which we create our own ideas. And we had so many new ideas and innovations. So we came to this conclusion, what if we can sell the one or another of these turntables? That was the beginning.
Who actually fabricates the individual components of the turntable? Who fabricates the screws and the nuts and the bolts and all the little pieces that comprise the turntable?
These are completely manufacturers from Germany, and we have from any part specialized manufacturers who are the best in their case. For when you have a part of graphite, you need a specialized manufacturer who can mill these special material, and so we have many manufacturers.
When the parts come to you, you put the turntable and the tone arms together yourselves in-house, or who physically assembles the tone arm and turntable?
Only me and Alexandra assembles the turntable.
Your platter has 6 layers. How did you come up with this particular sandwich of components for the platter?
First, we got the maximum effect from the sandwich principle. We optimized the number and material and properties of the layers. And then we added our innovation. And this was to connect the layers with screws in a special way. And the point is, when you fix the layers with screws, when you put the torque of the screws in a special way, so you get a maximum in damping in the platter. And that's a special innovation in the platter.
The platter layers include corian, aluminum, and graphite. Why corian in particular and not, say, a layer of granite or some other stone material?
Natural stone, this has a problem. You can manufacture it not so precise. And corian has a higher inner damping than natural stones.
The design of the stand is very interesting. It's kind of a freestanding wall to which the turntable is attached on another post that supports the overall structure. Is the stand an integral part of the turntable, or is the stand optional? Can you just put the turntable on a table if you wanted to?
Stand is totally optional. It's important for us to have the M1 as a minimum design, as a design. It's reduced to a minimum, and the stand is optional, and it has the same refined technology as in the turntable.
Why did you apparently not care for a vacuum hold down?
We wanted to make the maximum effect only with mechanical parts, because that's what we are good in mechanical things, and to keep it simple and don't use more electrical devices than absolutely necessary.
Why belt drive as the drive principle? Why belt drive and not perhaps direct drive or rim drive?
Our sound philosophy is silence. A belt drive has the most silence. You have less vibrations from the drive to the platter.
When a A customer purchases your turntable and installs it in his or her system. What is your sonic philosophy? What are you hoping to achieve when that turntable goes into that audiophile system? What do you want that person to be experiencing or hearing with your turntable?
Our most important goal is silence. All innovations we made, we do it every time for reduced vibrations in the whole system, and especially near the cartridge.
Your turntable does not use a suspension, correct? Active isolation suspension underneath or something like that?
Oh no. Because this device has less damping, and so he can vibrate. This is what we don't want to have.
What type of motor do you use in the turntable?
We use a synchron motor.
You're using an AC synchronous motor?
Yes, we buy it's a whole package from the manufacturer, and the electronics makes a exact 50 hertz signal for the motor, and so the synchron motor has always the same speed.
So there's no feedback control or monitoring of speed that affects some feedback loop. There's no servo adjustment mechanism of any kind.
No.
How did you choose the bearing design of the tone arm? Why do you prefer the unipivot over a gimbaled design or other alternatives?
We get a stabilization in the bearing, so it has not the problems as the other unipivot tone arms, and therefore we can use the things what are good in a unipivot tone arm, and what a solution which is simple, it's always the best solution.
And what is that method of stabilization of the unipivot?
It's difficult to explain without a drawing. It's quite integrated in the whole design of the bearing. It's a linear bearing.
Are you using a magnet for stabilization, or what is the method of stabilization?
I would never use magnets.
Well, how is the unipivot being stabilized, just conceptually without a drawing? What is operating to stabilize the unipivot?
It's a linear bearing from aluminium and graphite.
And I understand you don't use any anti-skate mechanism.
The point is the skating force is a highly dynamic force. It changes very fast when playing. You don't get it balance with a static force.
You've designed your own record weight. What was it about other record weights that was unsatisfactory to you such that you wanted to design your own, which I understand you sell separately from the turntable?
We got an inspiration from the University of Bayreuth. They told to us that when you use powders, you can damp vibrations over all frequencies. We developed together with the university this record weight. When we try it, we can hear it totally works over all frequencies. How many silence it brings in the sound.
In addition to silence, what do you feel is the sonic effect of the record weight? So when you're playing a record on your turntable, with the weight and without the weight, what differences do you hear?
It's more fine resolution of details in the sound, which come from the damping of the vibrations of the record.
What is your favorite Phono cartridge? What are you using in your system there?
At the time, we are very satisfied with the Hana Umami Red, but with even finer resolution cartridges, our M1 can show even better what it can do.
What other cartridges do you think is a good match for your tone arm and turntable?
Better the resolution of the cartridges is, the more the M1 can show what it can do.
And what loudspeakers do you have in your system presently?
We have the Wolf von Langerson.
Oh, that's very nice. I like that myself. What's the next new project or product we should expect from Ars Machinae?
For us, new products are not a matter of planning. We don't know at the moment what we do the next. For us, more point of inspiration. It depends which ideas come the next.
Well, thank you for talking with me today, and I wish you the very best of luck with the new company.
Thank you very much.
And if you've enjoyed this interview, please like it and subscribe to the What's Best Forum YouTube channel.